What's going on, guys? It's Suspect here, bringing you guys a brand new tips and strategies video for Black Ops 3. I know I made a video recently saying how these aren't really as popular as they were in Advanced Warfare, but I thought I actually do enjoy making these videos, so I'll go ahead and keep making them for you. I know some people still need help in the competitive scene and all, so I thought I can go ahead and still do you guys that favor. But today we're going to be looking at some throw spots here on Breach. For Uplink, that is. I know that this map is being played more and more often in like UMG variants, and in the COD World League is being played more often as well. So I thought for some of you guys that actually want to improve in your Uplink game, I will go ahead and show you guys how, some pretty good throw spots, because in this game, yes, you can get dunks, but this game is really revolved around throw spots and throws. Mainly because, it's much easier to get a throw in, and there's a whole lot more throw spots in this game than there ever were in Advanced Warfare. So, of course, we'll go to the Creative class, and I'm giving you two. I know they're labeled differently. That's for my discretion. But as you can see here, of course, you need to have your ARs to be able to pick off people from a distance, and that's the thing about Uplink. You want to be able to slay out first, and then go ahead and move on towards the ball. Get one or two down, and then move on forward, and you got to keep pushing, but don't push up too far, because then, of course, you could OE, and then all they have to do is just go mid-map, and they could pick up the ball, and that would be it. So, of course, you have the reflex on the M8. Like I said in previous videos, you could use the ELO sight if you prefer it, but that's up to you. I got quick draw, long barrel, and rapid fire. I'm not using grip on the M8 for obvious reasons, or, it is a burst weapon. You don't really need it. So, that's why I don't use grip on it. Afterburner, you could replace this for overclock, but in case you don't want that fourth attachment on the M8, which I really advise that you have it, then, you could just go ahead and add both, and you wouldn't have a secondary either. But I use Afterburner because it's Uplink. It's a really fast game mode. Fast hands, everyone uses it. And Blast Suppressor, you don't want anyone using it. However, some people do use Tac Mask, and that is very understandable as well. But in my games, I don't really run into a whole lot of people that use Tac Mask, so I just don't use it at all. Now, this is my ball runner class. You could run long barrel on this one. It's completely up to you. I have a secondary because in the situations that I'm in, I always seem to find myself in those situations where, I just need that quick secondary to get me out of trouble. So that's why I have it. But of course, I run quick draw and grip. And as of the time of making this video, it is February 6th. So there is a little low-key update, and people feel like the VMP is a better weapon than before. So that's why I'm using it. And this is the class where I use Afterburner and Overclock. Obviously Overclock, so you could use your specialist ability much more often. Fast hands and Blast Suppressor. And like I said, you could use Tac Mask if you'd like. Now, specialist, there's 3 you can actually choose, but even 4 if you're ball runners. So the first one, for obvious reasons, is Overdrive. But Overdrive gets banned very often in Uplink and search and capture the flag, So, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. If it's not banned, you can use it. But if it is, you got to go towards other things. I know glitch, you could use it, get yourself, let's say you're in this weird position and you're about to throw the ball, you could just easily glitch back and nope your situation out of it. But glitch hasn't been all that effective. Now, this is the big one. Kinetic armor, mainly because you have 100 health with nothing, right? When you pick up the Uplink ball, you have a flat 100% extra health, which adds to 200 health on your character. With kinetic armor, it's yet another flat 100 bonus. So you have a total of 300 health if you have kinetic armor and you're carrying the ball. So that's something very important to note. If you are a ball runner, kinetic armor is super useful. Of course, you also have active camo. This has been used by the pros a little bit often, and I've seen them make it really useful and very effective, but it's all up to you. And this is the second one that I think is super helpful, is Heat Wave. You're in that situation where there's three guys in front of you, right? You're about to throw it in, but you're stuck, so you could just boom heat wave it, and you could blind all 3 of them and just swoop right under them and get the score in. Score streaks, of course, you have the RCXD, HCXD for some of you people. You know, your ball runner or the enemy ball runner's going, you need to catch up to him. This is super important. Lightning Strike for the same reason. You could replace the Hardened Sentry for the Hellstorm. I know Hardened Sentry is kind of a cheap way of doing it, but it's very, very helpful, especially when you're facing some enemy an enemy team that's got a lot of skill in the game. This is super helpful. And also the Guardian, but I do feel like the Hardened Sentry is better. So, of course, I'm going to go ahead and get into this video and show you guys how, you know, it all works. So, in case you guys do like this series, make sure to leave a like rating and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this content. And yeah, I really just hope all you guys are having a pretty good day. And I accidentally forgot to change my specialist. I was using the Scythe in one of the games we were playing, so yeah. But of course, when you go into the game, you guys will know that you want to use kinetic armor. More than anything, I do say heat wave and kinetic armor are the two better specialists of all of them. And of course overdrive, but like I said, overdrive is like, I don't want to say non-existent in these game types, but he definitely doesn't come out all that often. And when it comes to uplink, you want to have maybe one, maybe two people running a specialist weapon. Of course, note that the weapons do take a longer time to charge, but I say abilities more than anything. And yeah, you can have someone designated to try and, you know, just be only ball carrier, or have two people just be only ball carrier. But the thing with uplink is that you have to work as a team. And of course, you could just like, you know, if one of you guys can grab the ball, you can go ahead and do it. So of course, I'm not going to go through any of like the crazy strats or anything. Like, you know, like kill one guy there, kill one guy center, and move up. I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I'm just pretty much going to show you guys how to do the throws. So I know that there is this one throw that you kind of have to like line it up perfectly. I haven't gotten it like all that successfully, but there it is. So if your teammates can actually defend you for a long enough time, all you can do is go here on AC. Someone's got to cover your ass from mid and from that cut well. Someone from up here, and like you just gotta have to have a lot of cover. So you just pretty much get here in the corner of this AC, right? And then, okay, I kind of messed that up. You get in the corner of this AC. Look towards the corner, like right here. Jump up, throw it, and you should be able to get it. Well, I didn't get it that time, but of course you guys know that it is possible. So of course I'll go ahead and pick up the ball. Also guys, in case you don't know, in case you are like, let's say they just threw the ball over here and, you know, you're on this side, you're defending this uplink station, it's better to just throw it off. Don't make any plays where you think you can make it, because by the time you're here in this position, you have the ball and you're running it, and you do end up killing your enemy successfully, that's about 2 or 3 times they can respawn, and 2 or 3 times they can actually try and stop your run. So make sure you do keep that in mind. This is also another spot that I have. Just right there. Well, I usually make it, but that's another spot that I have. You pretty much just wall run and go ahead and throw it. Also, in this game type, it's not a bad thing to essentially die whenever you are going for these throw spots. There are many times that like I feel like I can make a throw, but I'd have to sacrifice myself in order to get it. Now, if your teammates know you're gonna sacrifice yourself for it, then that's definitely useful. You know, like you could just be like hold on, like I could go ahead and do something like this, for example. It doesn't have to be specifically right here. You could like throw it up right there. But I remember one time I did make this throw where I was essentially like this, and I didn't make it. But I do make those throws a lot of the times, and especially in the heat of the moment, you want it more than I do like right now, right? I wish I could be making it more often than you know I usually do for this video, so you guys can actually see that a lot of these throw spots are possible. But you guys can go ahead and try it out, and they seriously are useful. Also, when you are playing this game mode, you really want to try and take advantage of the wall running, so that way you can just go ahead and come up like on these sides over here and just like throw it in. Obviously I didn't make it right there, but that's one thing you also want to do. You can also wall run right here. So let's say you're using this piece for cover, just go ahead and get up here, throw it in. Now if I would have missed that, that would have been embarrassing. But there are these things like that. You want to use like the wall runs to your advantage as best as you can. You want to use this AC spot, I know this is a little bit more of a weirder spot, but of course use like the wall run. And I usually do make this throw over here. It's just that I missed it that one time, I guess. And yeah, that is quote bad side. I believe it is. So let's say I switch teams and I want to go on to the other side. I'll probably make a separate video that's not a tips and strategies. I'll probably just make it strict uplink throw spots. But of course, here's one. Now, I did watch another YouTuber, the Exclusive Ace, do this, and he brought up a good point. You do have this wall run that you could go ahead and dunk it into, and it's a lot faster. But while you jump up to this like billboard thing and enemies spawn from over there, they have a clear line of sight to you that it makes it very, very easier for you to kill you. So come over here, you have more cover, and also you could go for the throw or you can dunk it depending on you. Also, you have like, let's say you want to check and see if someone's on ball or you're trying to see something, you could go ahead and come over here and go ahead and check it. I'm gonna die. Alright. But you could check those lines of sights. There's a lot on this map actually where you have like those really long range lines of sight. So that'll be very useful so you can call out where they're going and stuff. Also, let's see. Like I said, you do want to use your wall runs to your advantage as much as you can. I think you could wall run on this fence. Yeah, which is kind of weird. But you can also make a 1-point play from here, like if you throw it up high enough. But you do want to use your environment to your advantage as best as possible, so just have it like that. And that's all you want to do. You want to try and use your cover as much as possible. I know, like, whenever it feels like you're the ball runner, it really does feel like you don't have a whole lot of health. But in reality, you do. And you guys know that whenever you guys are the ones that are trying to kill the ball carrier, it really feels like they do eat. So you do want to try and use cover as best as possible. You don't want to get caught up in like, you know, in a bunch of trouble and stuff. And of course, you could go ahead and do this throw right there, simple throw. And pretty much that's, like I said, you want to try and make these throws from like the biggest distances possible, so you guys can go ahead and go back on the ball and just keep relaying it like that. I just thought I'd show you guys a little bit of ways you could go ahead and go about this. Also, you can make the throw from right here, so you don't have to go all the way out. And that's the thing. In this game, you can actually throw the ball farther than you could in AW, so that'll be very useful for you guys to know. And so that's basically all I have to show you guys. I wonder if I can make the throw from right over here too. I probably didn't, but oh, I guess you can. You can make it from all the way over there. And that's the thing, the ball bounces up really, really high, so in case you do miss one of the throws that I show you guys, you could potentially get it off the bounce. But that's pretty much what I have for you guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. In case you did, make sure to leave a like, rating, subscribe if you haven't already. I know these spots weren't anything godlike or nothing, but they can definitely be the biggest difference maker in the game. Oh, that's another thing. Also, like, the G slide is gone, but if you do slide on one of these sharp corners from like a building or something, you can still really, like, you know, get a huge momentum boost. So let's say you are from this spawn over here, you can kind of just do a number like that. Or let's say you're up top here, you can just kind of like go in like that. So that'll speed you up. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, rating, subscribe if you haven't already. I know that's like the 3rd time I say it, but yeah, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. You guys learned something, and that's pretty much all for me. If you guys got any questions or you guys are curious to see what other videos you want to see next, just go ahead and let me know, and I can go ahead and help you guys out. Thanks a lot for watching.